In this video, we will look at climate change from an economic perspective. We will ask what the economic risks and opportunities of climate change are, and what the role of investors is, both in terms of integrating climate in the investment process and investing in climate solutions. Climate and environmental risks now occupy 4 of the top 5 spots on the World Economic Forum's Global Risks Report. Economists like Mark Carney, the former governor of the Bank of England, and Nobel Prize-winning US economist Joseph Stiglitz have warned that climate change could lead to financial crises and falling living standards. Climate change also presents risks to businesses, forcing them to adapt or evolve. Companies that fail to do so could face serious challenges. For example, businesses or assets that do not plan for future weather patterns might incur large financial losses. And business models could fail because carbon-intensive technologies and processes face carbon pricing or are phased out. Obtaining financing for these activities will also be more difficult as more financing goes green and institutional investors are required to consider climate risk in financial decision-making. On the other hand, tackling climate change also presents significant economic opportunities. Renewable energy, especially wind and solar, is poised to become the backbone of the world's power supply, and the market for electric vehicles, or EVs, is growing at double-digit rates. Climate action could yield up to $26 trillion in benefits by 2030, including higher GDP growth, millions of low-carbon jobs, increased female employment, and avoiding over 700,000 premature deaths from air pollution. Climate change also presents business opportunities, such as developing products and services that solve sustainability problems and generate new revenue streams, improving resource efficiency to reduce operational costs, accessing the rapidly growing pool of green and ESG finance, and attracting top talent in a competitive jobs market. To keep warming below dangerous levels, investments need to be aligned with the goals of the Paris Agreement. This means that 1. All investors need to integrate climate change considerations into the investment process, and 2. Many will channel more capital to climate solutions. Integrating climate change into financial decision-making is also a recommendation of the TCFD and the ISSB. One way to do this is to consider setting a fund-level net zero target. For investors, considering both climate risks and opportunities can add value through all stages of the deal cycle and exit. At the investment stage, investments that are potentially misaligned with the goals of the Paris Agreement can be identified. Climate-related risks and opportunities can also be recognized, and mitigating measures agreed prior to close. During the holding period, climate opportunities such as procuring renewable energy and adopting energy efficiency measures can be implemented to reduce costs, while climate change risks should be continually monitored and managed. On exit, demonstrating alignment with climate change goals and regulations can make the business an attractive proposition for potential buyers. Transparent reporting on climate risks and measures like carbon footprints can support this stage. A second and growing way fund managers can have climate impact is by investing in climate solutions. This can be done by launching green-labeled funds and setting climate finance targets. Climate change is changing global economies. Fund managers have a responsibility to understand and respond to these shifts, and that means both addressing the risks of climate change and capitalizing on the business opportunities that it presents for their clients. For further guidance on integrating climate change into the investment process and setting a net zero target, we refer you to the BII TCFD Toolkit for Fund Managers and Net Zero Target Setting Guidance for Fund Managers.